But when your body is healing, it's going to go through these things. And if you gradually put the things in, like healthy bacteria in small amounts, and you feed it with the prebiotics, which, you know, they're really pushing prebiotics in fruits and vegetables and stuff, this is what allows the body to actually flip the gut ecology. If you're just constantly on a plant-based diet, you're going to get better. You know, you're going to get better symptoms. Your skin will get better. You'll feel better. If you take care of your nutritional requirements, like your B12 and stuff, you'll feel great. But what happens is it's very difficult for somebody to be a vegan and heal themselves of a chronic condition in the short term. What will happen is they'll try that attempt for maybe a year or 2 years. They'll feel better, but they're now on a restricted diet. And the reason they have to stay on a restricted diet because they haven't properly flipped their gut ecology back to its normal state. And this is the biggest thing that I try to talk to people about when they go vegan. I love it. Obviously, it's a great idea, but you have to be able to use the entire toolkit. So as I went through my experiments and I'm, you know, failing and I'm failing and I'm failing, and, you know, I get to this point now with the kefir. And I said, okay, how am I going to make it? They sell it in the grocery store. They have Lifeway, you know, different kinds. But anything from the grocery store has always made me like, you know, do I really want to get it from there just because of whatever? Now, you know, obviously I've done research over the years, so I know the difference between certain things now. But from all the research I read online, it said, you know, you want to get this stuff and you want to make it yourself at home.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get the grains. You know, there's a whole story about kefir grains. Nobody knows the truth. You know, it's just stories, but there's no historical facts. But what cannot be denied is the power of these grains when they ferment, that the effect it has on the body. You know, when you take the kefir grains, you put it in the milk and you ferment it, you get all the vitamins and minerals your body needs. You get healthy fats, you get protein, you get the full spectrum of gut bacteria diversity in one product. And the issue with the probiotic pills are, you know, there's so much science out there. There's so many companies. There's so many patents. Everybody wants to make money. They're saying, this is the best strain. That's the best strain. How do you know that? It's only been out for 10 years, 15 years. You don't know. What we know works is things that have been here for thousands of years. Kefir, kombucha, you know, these are things that have always been here and they're tried and true. They're not, you know, we're going to take them and see what happens. You know, that's the real thing. So whenever somebody takes probiotics, instead of taking a probiotic pill, you want something that has the healthy bacteria, the prebiotics. You want it to be a nutrient-packed delivery. So when it goes in your body, it causes all these other chain reactions. It's not just simply working on your gut bacteria, you know. So when I started my experiment with that, you know, I said, okay, I know when I tried the pills, it was just, I mean, the probiotic pills, it was just too much. You know, after that, I went to the sauerkraut and I was getting sick again. It was just, and when I looked at the sauerkraut, I said, okay, this is weird. This is natural. You know, should be less than the pills. But what I found is so much more healthy bacteria in the food form, the pills. So that's when I started making the connection and said, okay, I have to find a delivery system for my body that will allow it to go in very slowly. And that's when I kind of came across the kefir. So I started very slowly introducing it to my body. I did a lot of the things now that most health professionals that know about, you know, nutrition stuff will say, cut out dairy, wheat, gluten, you know, etc., all those things. So I did all these things at the same time. And within the first 2 weeks, I started going to the bathroom like 20 times a day to maybe 10 times a day. And I said, okay, I don't know if this is it, but I'm going to continue and continue. And I continued with that for about 3 or 4 months, and all my symptoms went away. All my arthritis and all my joints, all my swelling, all my night sweats, you know, every single issue that I had was gone. And I couldn't believe it. And, you know, my parents are just like, this is, you know, amazing. I'm telling everybody about all this stuff. You know, I have everything documented, all my experiments and everything. So I'm really happy. I'm like, okay, I may have found a way to really help myself and other people. But we have to, you know, I have to make sure this is really what it is.